A few weeks ago, I was in a Wall Street Journal article about ex-Mormon influencers, and within that article there was a photo of me wearing Mormon temple clothes. While there were a lot of things that members did not like about the piece, the biggest criticism was the Wall Street Journal's choice to include that photo. Members called it disrespectful and sacrilegious. This is why I talk about temple ceremonies in my content, even though it's considered offensive to practicing Mormons. First is that it's simply a major part of my experience in the Mormon church. This is literally what I wore on my wedding day, and I think it's reasonable that I should get to talk about and continue to wear and explain and show what I wore on my own wedding day. I get to talk about the things that have happened to me in my own life. Next is that I just believe in telling the truth. This is what you wear during a Mormon temple ceremony. You learn handshakes, you chant in a circle, you get a new name. That is simply the reality of what happens inside of a temple. It's the truth. I believe that anyone that's considering joining this church, or anyone that might serve a mission for the church or get married in the church, deserves to know what actually happens in a temple. Some people call this photo disrespectful, and in this case, I think the truth matters more than respect. Sharing the brutal truth is one of my highest values, and this is the case even though I know I will receive significant backlash. I'll also say that you can easily find lots of photos of this clothing online with a simple Google search, and the church itself has even put out a video showing the temple clothes. Personally, I also believe that no religion, no dogma, no idea is above criticism, and I think when you're told to stay completely silent about something, that's a sign that it's dangerous. As long as we as a society keep up this expectation that religion is beyond reproach, it will continue to be used to control people. I also just find it ironic that members who demand so much respect are not willing to give respect. This is called hypocrisy. Where's the respect for women asking for the priesthood? Where's the respect for ex-members asking for their tithing back? Where's the respect for gay members asking for temple marriage? I could go on. Certainly I did not feel respected by a ceremony that asked me to covenant with God to obey my husband and told me what I needed to wear as underwear. When I first left the church, I moved to New York City, and this was about 9 years ago, and I bought this tote bag from the New York Public Library, and I still have it. That's because I love the quote that's on this bag, and it's at the core of how I choose to approach talking about my religious experience. It says, "It is through disobedience that progress has been made, through disobedience and through rebellion." This photo is my rebellion against what the church taught me about myself as a woman and as a human. For me, this photo isn't disrespect,